She asked me if is this auntie are the one who planned my princess party when I go to heaven. In 2008, I believe you had watched this movie called Departures. It's a Japanese film. Actually, that movie impacted me a lot because that was also when I decided I wanted to start, being in the funeral business. I started to get a lot of requests. People asked me, "Oh, did you watch this Japanese film? I would like to do this." So then I realized, wow, actually there is a demand. By a stroke of luck, we were able to acquire this particular unit. The first thing I thought of was Showers of Love. I wanted it to be a place where we can all take care of the departed, to do the final act of filial piety, the final act of gratitude, So, and that's the reason why we started Showers of Love. We have to constantly keep moving because the preference is really changing. There are more people also being, more in terms of more open-minded. In the past, there was not much option. It was either barrier, Columbarian niche, or scattered to the sea. But now even government is coming out with a new movement, which is to, in 2020, you start to see inland ash scattering. Now I would like to do something different. Put her into a diamond, placing her at home, putting her into a plant, which is something that we have started last year as well. So having all these options actually help the family a lot, where they are able to decide which is the way they want to commemorate their loved ones. Just recently, where we take care of a young girl who's only 6 years old, and she planned her own funeral. She told the mommy, can you please tell this auntie I want rainbow color and glittery. So what happened was we actually went out shopping, and that's where the Life Celebrant is all about, fulfilling the final wishes. We went out to take photographs of all the dresses that we could find for her and ask her to select. We decorated this place with a lot of balloons, and she was resting on the Showers of Love, and we had, a huge turnout. She also makes sure that all of us who came for a funeral get a piece of a photograph of her, and there was a handwritten "Thank you, love Misha," because she said that when people look at this photo, they will all have a smile on their face. Even though her life is brief, but she has made such a huge impact in everyone's life.
When someone passes away, we have to go embalming first, which is we need to disinfect and sanitize and then preserve. After that, we then bring to our Showers of Love room for the presentation where we give the departed a final bath. And during this process, the family can actually participate. And the good thing about Showers of Love is that the family can actually say if the makeup is too thick, or what is grandma's favorite lipstick color. Say grandma likes to have nail polish. The grandchildren, the children can actually put that for grandma. If not, then the Showers of Love angels will do that for the family. And before leaving the Showers of Love, at least you know that this is how my grandma or my loved one look like. Origami, or folding papers, starts I think in Japan. The way I take it is the fly, so the soul is actually hanging into the wings and then bring to paradise. Especially for those who are not expressive in saying, right? They can actually write down their love messages, and then they can fold it into paper cranes or any type of origami as their gift to the departed. One thing that I cannot forget is one of the family members shared that folding paper cranes or origami is therapeutic. Simple as folding of the paper cranes, it makes family get together.
There's actually a lot of meaning where they're able to hold them, and the physical touch, a part of the 5 love language that we cultivate here is to have the physical touch, to spend quality time with them.
I think the generation in Singapore started to lose out this kind of ritual for their loved one. But then, Aunt Jolie, she brought this ritual back, which reminds me a lot when I was a kid.
It's always skeptical, skeptical. They are oh, we never done this before, especially Showers of Love. But we are not changing We are in fact bringing our tradition back. Years ago, actually, we are the one who dressed our parents, when I remember when my grandmother passed away, the daughters were the one who dressed her up. So actually, we are not inventing it. We're just bringing back the tradition to family members so that they can participate. Funeral is all about building relationship. It's not about a transaction. It's really getting to know the family.
Become a part of the family, and that's how I express my grief.
It really means a lot, and to a lot of family, they actually really appreciate what we have done.
And that's what we keep hearing, when our angels did a good job, they were invited to Sentosa Cove. And yeah, there was a lot of meaning. It means something to them, it means something to TLC, to Showers of Love, that you have done such a good job that you make an impact in the family. And that's something you cannot replace with other jobs. Those days was really tough. You get looked down by all the gentlemen.
My parents, they find it very horrifying because it's the industry that nobody wants to work in.
That's why I said, 新篇章, you need to have the sing. Otherwise, it's very difficult for you to last long in this industry. And I always share that funeral should not be a day in a lifetime. It should be a lifetime in one day. And that's why that drives me to start the Life Celebrant.
So that's why Showers of Love is very close to my heart as well.
4 phrases that I use, and I always say it, that's I'm sorry, I thank you, I love you, and I forgive you. These are the 4 phrases that we often hear family members say at the final moments where, maybe the departed can no longer hear anymore, but why don't you say it when they can still hear it, right? I really hope I encourage people to live with no regrets and to live life with no regrets. Yeah.